Hey guys, this is King Crab Zero. Today I'm going to be playing for you some American Truck Sim. This is King Crab Zero. Today I'm going to be playing for you some American Truck Sim. This is King. There we go. Sorry, I normally remember to turn off my volume on Twitch when I have it open in the background, but I forgot today, so that happens. Yeah, I'm going to also be drinking while I play this because I have kind of accumulated several beers and other stuff in the fridge, and I was like, I've always planned on doing like a Drunken ATS stream eventually, so let's get to it. So, cheers. I did make sure to mark it for mature content for Twitch, since I can't imagine Twitch being like too happy with that. I was also playing American Truck Sim in my free time yesterday, I think it was. And I realized that at some point, and I'm pretty sure I know when it was, but I realized at some point that my stream save and my personal save got mixed up. I think it happened when completing the Idaho event, since that's the last time I would have logged in to my personal save, so I could have collected the reward for completing the Idaho stuff. So yeah. I just realized that. So yeah, this would be our personal save. So yeah, thought that was a little bit funny. Anyway, we're just gonna hop right into it. We got the Wyoming event going on, so at some point during the stream, I'll probably have to step away. Mavriz is going to be bringing me some food. He's currently at work, so he'll be stopping by and bringing me some food at some point. So I'll probably step away for like 5 or so minutes or something when he shows up. And then depending on how much I do end up drinking on stream, you know, there's probably going to be like several piss breaks or something. Well, that was me. To be fair, that wasn't the alcohol, that was just inattention. Oh man. I just figured I was going to start and everything was going to be working right. Okay. Oh, look at that. Perfectly stopped. Okay. Everything looks like it's streaming well. Had to take a look at my other screen just to make sure everything looked good there. But tonight I am drinking some hard ciders currently. I tried them, like I tried one, I think a couple or a few days ago, and they're actually super good. They're called Ace, and they're a pineapple cider. Like, definitely has a good pineapple flavor, and pineapple's like my favorite fruit, so. And one of the other guys that, you know, has appeared on my stream but not necessarily streamed himself, Dragul Mjolnir. I kind of think it was a little bit of his doing that. I was like, oh, I need to try these, because he had sent Mavriz and myself some chai spiced ciders, which were called Chimea River, so they were pretty fun, just in the name. But yeah, no, they were pretty decent. But with the thing they'd sent, there was like another one called Pog, which I'm dumb because I should have figured out that it stood for pineapple, orange, and guava, since that's what it had in it, or that was what the flavor was. I just thought it was Pog because, you know, it was Poggers, but that's just me being dumb. But yeah, after trying that one, I was like, yeah, you know, we'll try this other pineapple flavored cider, because, again, I like ciders and I like the taste of pineapple, so it just made sense. I mean, to be fair, I don't usually drink ciders. Normally, if I'm drinking, I'll just drink beer or wine. I had a weird relationship with wine for the longest time. Like, I was never really the biggest fan of wine. But then, like, one of my friends had introduced me to Moscatos. And I was like, oh, this is pretty good. But I was just used to, like, wines always having that really dry flavor. I was like, no, no, this stuff is gross. But once I tried one that was just sweet and stuff, it was like, okay, this is pretty acceptable. Okay. I wanted to undershoot that corner. Also, I heard thunder in the background. I don't know if that was something that used to be in this game or not. Okay, this is the turn. Now we just gotta find the trailer. Oh, it looks like it's behind the building, basically. Okay, well, we'll just angle ourselves to be able to back up that way. Okay, look at that. Perfect. It was all one fluid motion. There was no like multiple adjustments made. Oh, looks like I'm pulling doubles this time. And there's the gate. I was gonna try to go onto the dirt, but here's the gate right up here. Yeah, I only have 4 more deliveries to make for the Wyoming event, so we're getting pretty close to completing that. And then when I was playing my offline time, I just played on this one because I was like, well, since I've already messed up, might as well just keep going with it. But basically all I did there was I did a couple of Wyoming deliveries, and then I also picked up a, I think one more garage, and then some like additional drivers. Oh, and I also made a point to just go discover all of the recruitment agencies. That was the big thing. I was like, well, I don't want to do this on stream because it was just kind of boring. So I just kind of did that on my own. Let's kind of coast, since it's a 40 zone now. And while I'm thinking about it, we'll just rest right here. We don't really need to, but I'd just like to make a day again, since I still haven't seen all of Wyoming or whatever. Okay, maybe not. Not tired yet. I guess we'll keep on going then. Yeah, if you've rested a couple of times in a row, sometimes it'll tell you that you're not tired enough to rest again, which is fair. Usually I'll rest like a couple of times in a row if I'm trying to either get to be a certain time of day, or if I just want like a couple of waves of the passive income to come through. Okay, I take that one super wide. That's one thing with this is like when it's raining out, like your turn radius becomes abysmal, and it was already abysmal to begin with. So let me just get back to Mavriz really quick, who's asking me about the wings he's going to bring me. Basically, you're just kind of confirming what sort of flavor I wanted for my wings today. So, I told him one flavor, but then he's like, "Oh, that's the only flavor you want?" And it's like, well, okay. Is there some other flavor you think I should have? Like, should I be trying something else, or is this flavor not good enough for you, bud? There we go. That abysmal turn radius. Like, part of me always wants to go back to just the day cab because it has the better turn radius. But I don't think you get as much power out of it since you don't have as many wheels on the ground. So, kind of the trade-offs. It's like, do you, like, I guess I shouldn't say as much power, but like, I don't feel like you get as much hill climbing ability. Okay, let me get back to Mavericks really quick. Okay, there we go. I know what time he's actually going to get off at work at this. I don't know what time these wings will be delivered to me yet. No engine brakes. That sounds like a challenge. Excuse me. Nah, I crossed the line before it turned, well, it's still yellow, so I'm all good. I'm all good. I always feel like I should be able to pass in these situations, but then it always seems like when I want to pass, I'm always hauling like the heaviest load. So it never works out how I want it to. Okay, I'm going to have to try and pass this guy. He's definitely going way too slow. Like, he slowed down like very, very, like, to such a slow speed there. Like, slower than it should have been, honestly. I mean, I think it was like a 50 or something. He's only doing like 35. Which I think is chronically slow. Like, I get some people, like, slowing down a little bit below the speed limit, but not quite that much. Not like 15 below. Okay, we're gonna see if we can pass him. Because this is a 70 zone. He's going slower than the speed limit already. Okay. Now I only have to get ahead of these guys. Slowly but surely, I will make it past, like, all these guys. Okay, I'm just going to, I'm gonna pull, like, the super illegal move here so I can just get past him while they're going slow. Oh, can I beat him? Is he going to get got? That's the question of the day. Look at that. He's getting got. And boom. Now we can slow back down to the actual speed. See, now's the time that they're probably going to, like, speed up so they can catch up with me and be like, come on. Come on. You were going slow to begin with. You can go slow now. Hopefully this guy isn't as bad as those other drivers. Hopefully he can at least do the speed limit for me. That would make me very happy. I'm not going to bank on it though. Okay. He's gonna be as bad as those other drivers, so we're just going to try and get past him as well. Maybe. I say that as he starts pulling away. Let me see what Mavericks has to say to me. He was sarcastically confirming the second flavor with me. I was like, yeah, well, you know, if you wanted to say I should probably get a second flavor, it's like, how about the Cajun one you guys do as well, or whatever. He's like, oh, mixed with the Korean barbecue? It's like, no, 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 separate. I want them kept separate. Oh, man. I'm slowly catching up on this truck. Slowly. Like, this car is probably like, what the hell? Why is this truck going so slow? And why is this other truck in my way? But, yeah. That's his problem he has to deal with for now. Until I pass this truck. Which I have no clue why this truck is going so slow. Or we're just going to kind of edge him out. There we go. In this game, if you start, like, gently going into their lane, like, the AI will back off for you. So it works out perfectly. I mean, in real life, I'm pretty sure you'd get, like, fucking honked at. And then, yeah, basically, you'd have to shamefully stay in your own lane, but, in this game, it's like, yeah, you can just kind of force them to, let you in. Which is nice sometimes. Definitely makes up for, like, the times that the game, like, gets you for other things. Like, makes you pay for accidents that you're not at fault for. That one's always a pain. Oh. Brainstorming some ideas right now of like things I could do if I ever get to like Twitch affiliate or whatever. You know, and I get the points or whatever that you can reward people with. I was like, oh man, you know, I know you can do like polls that are basically like kind of like betting and stuff, and I think a cool thing for that would be like basically setting up ones for, yeah, when there's enough maps and stuff to be like, oh, you know, where do you think I'll end the stream on today? Because like, I mean, if you're going by just the most expensive jobs and stuff, like, it can definitely put you into different areas. Since, you know, sometimes you have really good jobs that, you know, take you to like far away states, or you have really good jobs within the same state, so that'd be pretty cool if I ever get to that point. But I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe setting up some goals and stuff for that. And, you know, I'll probably still be doing, like, probably do some bonus streams and stuff in the coming week just to help with that. I was going to do some between the Stardew Valley stream and today, but just was not feeling it. That's pretty beautiful. That did not get me for accident there. I don't know if I have it in me to stream as quite as late as I usually do. Tonight I'll probably finish up a little bit earlier than normal, whether that's yeah, before I would normally finish if I'd started at my normal time, or if it's a little bit later than like what I might finish when I start at my normal time. If I'm finishing early, we'll see. But I'll keep you guys posted. I would kind of like to finish the Wyoming missions, but I think I still need like 4 more. And unless they're all small ones, I don't think I'm going to fit 4 more before I'm tuckered out. I think I got like 1 or 2 more left in me tonight. Feeling a little bit more worn down today, we'll just say. Like when I woke up, I was having like pain on my tailbone. Like I think what it is I think I have like a cyst back there or something. Because I don't know, it happened like once before. I just assumed it was like a nasty spider bite the prior time, but like, yeah, I think it might be a cyst or something. So I was kind of waiting for it to, you know, get to the point where I can just pop it. Or, you know, open it up, I should say. Don't know that you really pop them, per se. Oh, look at that. Swung that around the corner. Now comes the moment of truth, is whether I can get the precision parking or not. Yep. Might be able to. Look at that. Even got the precision parking. Okay, let's see what else we have. So another one of those, and let's see. Does it show me the ones for this, or no? I'm close enough to Cheyenne, but it is only going to show me Cheyenne jobs. Let's see, where's that at? That's beautiful. I can go just exactly to where I came from. That's pretty funny. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna just do. I'm gonna sort by distance to see what the shortest distance is. Okay, this would be the right one then. Hmm. Oh man. I could take this like super short job. This is like dinky little trailer that pays like basically pennies. I don't think I'm going to do that one. Okay, well, I guess we are doing this one then. Since other ones just pay so little, it's not worth it. Hmm. Guess while I'm waiting on that, open up another cider over here. There we go. I forgot to grab a bottle opener, so I'm just using my desk today. Nope. I was looking at chat, which there hasn't really been any today, so a little bit of a surprise. I think it's because I flagged this one as mature. It's probably not getting the exposure it normally would, but I figured it was appropriate since I'm drinking. You know, figured might as well abide, you know, by whatever rules they probably have, because I assume if you're drinking on stream, they probably don't want you showing that to people who are underage. Is understandable. I find it funny, like, how far some of these pickup locations are here in Wyoming. It's like, oh yeah, I'm picking up a job in the same town I'm in, and I have to go like, you know, almost 30 something miles to actually get to it. It's just surprising to me. I mean, sure, the same could be said about, you know, around where I'm from, since seems like the distance between some of the places, like depending where you're at, can be pretty big. I mean, I don't know if it's true in this game. I'm just saying, in real life, I could see that. Man, I don't know what it is with the trucks on the road today, but I don't think they can do the speed limit. They are all going slower than the speed limit. They're like, nope. Speed limits are for champions, and we're all chumps. Chumpions. No, that was pretty beautiful, actually. I've found in this game that, like, if you are aggressive enough on the controls, sometimes you can cause, like, beautiful things I don't think that the game necessarily intends to do. But you can make happen. Like, if you stop aggressively and then, like, accelerate at the right time. You can actually like use your forward acceleration in reverse. Like basically, it'll shift you into reverse, and then you can use your regular acceleration key to actually back up at that point, which I don't think is supposed to happen. Not when you're doing like automatic or whatever. I mean, for if it was a manual scheme, it would make more sense, because then it's like, okay, I shifted into reverse, and to reverse I have to, you know, accelerate basically. Also, let's get this trailer backed up this way. Okay, there we go. Man, I am terrible at remembering where the gates are. I was gonna blame it on being a new area, you know? But hey, if I get 2 of the deliveries done for Wyoming, then I should be doing pretty well. That means I'll just have 2 more left, and I think they give a pretty reasonable time frame on how long you have to complete events and stuff. Yeah, since some of the events can definitely take a while, considering how long the deliveries can be. Like, literally, if you pick a long enough delivery, I think it can take like 2 or 3 like real world hours to complete. Like, they can be quite beefy. But I think that's pretty cool, since it's fairly accurate at that point. This one right here, it should probably take like 18 minutes, but I know how this generally goes, so we'll just say it's probably going to take like 30 minutes. So, I think I'll call it after we get this one completed. I'm not feeling 100% today, so yeah, we'll call it after this one, but yeah, we still have at least 30 minutes probably, depending on how things go. Do some regular maintenance there, and I don't think there's any accessories I need or anything, so we're all good now. Next thing we'll do is we'll pick up some fuel and also get a quick rest in. Because I think if we don't rest, we'll have to rest on our way. But right now we could rest just a couple of times, and then basically it'll make sure that we're able to complete this all at once and do all of our driving during the day. So that's what I'm hoping for. Man, what's that guy looking at? Let's scale up on this junk. He just wants to take photos of the semis. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, let's see if we can actually find a spot that'll let us rest in this game, because that is not always the case. Okay, it's currently night, but this will work. We'll turn on the brights, and yeah, we're all good. Okay. Actually, since we had all that income come through, let's go and basically buy some new trucks and stuff. Actually, let's make sure we have space in the garage to hire people. Okay, we do. So yeah, let's go here, here. We'll do Kenworth since that's what our fleet mostly consists of. Like, I'm pretty sure by the end of this, you could like make a legit case that like 90% of our fleet will be like Kenworth vehicles. Okay, we'll get 2 of them since we can. And now we just got to go back to Garage Manager. We can do the recruitment, hire a driver. Let's see here. I want someone who can do long haul. Josh, you're looking like the guy. Okay, Josh, you were the first guy at least. And we'll put you here, here. Cool. And let's see, who else can we get? Let's go with this one. So Dominic, you will be the second driver here, and look at that. Branching out into some more states. Just saw one of those mosquito dragons fly by me. One problem with the room that I stream in is the window in this room doesn't actually have a screen. Because like when we first moved in, we actually had some roommates that lived in this room. But they took the screen out of the window so they could put in a air conditioner, like just a regular window air conditioner, which would have been alright if they basically would have put the screen back in. But basically when they finally ended up moving out, like they just threw the screen in the trash. Like they crumpled it and threw it in the trash, and it's like, what the hell? Like, why would you do that? I mean, they probably did that out of spite because they were not great roommates, but I mean, that is what it is. I just need to, citronella everything up. Need to scent my desk in citronella here so nothing will bother me while I'm at my desk. Happy Jack Road? Whoa, why is Jack happy? I love how Happy Jack Road leads to Missile Drive. It's like, yeah, Jack's happy, but then you continue on, you get to Missile Drive. It makes me wonder if Wyoming's one of those states that has like a lot of missile silos and stuff. Remember, guys, don't drink and drive, and especially don't drink while you're driving. Like that would be bad. It's bad news bears at that point. Yeah, hopefully if everything works out perfectly, I'll end my stream and then Mavericks will show up with my food. That'd be perfect timing. Knowing how this normally goes, though, it'll probably show up like when I still have like 15 minutes or something. Or maybe even like right before I finish. So I'll be like, man, I could have went with like no interruption during my stream, but yeah. Then he showed up and interrupted. I think it's funny, like, the last time, because I think, yeah, he did this last week too. Like, I was like, oh yeah, thanks for this food. I gotta go back to streaming. He's like, oh, I forgot that you stream. And it's like, well, not even that I forgot that you stream, but I forgot that you stream today. It's like, dude, there are 2 days that I have officially scheduled for streaming. That's Tuesday and Friday. It's like, you just need to remember those 2 days, especially Tuesday night. Yeah, since that's when he joins me for the stream. The Friday night, like, if you can remember that one too, that'd be pretty helpful. Let's move over into this lane, since that's generally what you're supposed to do when there's holdover things. I love how literally right after that there was like the sign that said exactly that. That's actually pretty funny. So I was taking a look over at Twitch. I love how Twitch is like, you know, telling my stream's unstable. But like looking at my stream on Twitch, it looks like it's doing perfectly fine. So I have no clue why it's telling me it's unstable. I think Twitch might just be unstable at this point. At least in this situation. I don't know if I mentioned this, but man, today I got a belt for powerlifting, and I never realized how thick like powerlifting belts were compared to like weightlifting belts, or at least the yeah, ones that people normally use in the gym. But yeah, like they are so much thicker. Like goddamn. I picked it up and I was like, yeah, this one's like 13 millimeters, so it's a little bit larger than the 10 millimeter one, which is like the other standard size for powerlifting. But like, it's not that much larger than that, and this is like considerable. So I can only imagine, like, you know, how thin a regular weightlifting belt has to be at that point, or, you know, whatever it's for. I keep saying weightlifting, but, I mean, that's what they're normally labeled as, but to be fair, they're not generally used for the regular weightlifting lifts, since that would be like, the snatch, the clean, the jerk, all those. I think normally when you see people doing those lifts, I think you normally see them using basically the same types of belts that a powerlifter would. the ones that are, I think, 10 centimeters wide, or tall, however you want to consider that. We'll say wide. 10 centimeters wide, and then like 10 to 13 millimeters thick. Man, yeah, that worked perfectly. I love the drink drive lose sign. I was like going to make a comment on that because like it's like, oh yeah, look, I'm drinking and driving this game and I haven't lost yet. And then like as soon as like that thought came to mind, like the speed violation came in, I was like, okay, I deserve that speed violation. I probably deserve more at this point, so. So I had one of those bottles in the trash there from, I think, last night or the night before. So I looked down and I was like, God, man, if I already drank 4 of them, like, shit, I'm a lush. Well, I only drank 3, so I'm good. It's all about pacing, knowing your own limits and stuff. I don't feel like they're overly alcoholic either, so. And generally, since I have a bit of body weight to me, you know, can generally handle my alcohol. Generally. Not always. Especially, like, if I haven't eaten or anything. Like, man, when you haven't eaten and then you drink, that one's always rough. Or the fact that I don't, like, drink near as often as I used to definitely has, weakened my alcohol tolerance a little bit. I mean, not considerably. It's not like I suddenly became a lightweight overnight or anything. But, definitely don't have the tolerance I used to. That's for sure. Okay. I'm just going to keep speeding along because that's the only way that we'll make up for the fact that we can only go 65. Like, the 65 speed limit for the World of Trucks is just always so bothersome to me. Like, I don't know why they said it that way, but they do. Maybe it's just because you have so much extra time to complete World of Trucks missions, like, because you get real-world hours to finish them. And unless it's, the biggest one you can do, it shouldn't take real-world hours for most deliveries. At least not, like, multiple real-world hours. And if you catch a fresh enough World of Trucks mission, like, I think sometimes they'll have even, like, 20-something hours. So you could, like, literally probably drive, like, 1 mile per hour the whole time and still make it in time. I'll have to actually look into that one. That might be complete bullshit, but I feel like you should be able to. Why you would, I don't know. Maybe a challenge or something, but that would just be brutal, honestly. Like, it'd be brutal to watch too. That'd be one of those things, like, if I saw someone doing that, I'd probably watch it, but I'd probably have something going on in the background as well. Getting close. Getting close. That JD symbol looks fairly familiar. I can't remember why. Like, I feel like I've seen a real world business that has a symbol like that is either basically that or very similar to that. But I can't remember, so. Port of entry next right. I guarantee you guys will probably make me stop for the way station there then. But we'll see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm wrong fairly often in this game. It seems like when I play this game by myself versus when I play this game in stream, like, I have two different experiences. When I play this game by myself, it always seems like everything's out to get me when it comes to, like, way stations and stuff, but it seems when I stream, I don't have to stop for quite as many way stations. I remember last night, if that's when I was playing personally, yeah, I think it was last night, I came across like one route that had like 3 or 4 way stations on it, and I had to stop for like all of them. I was like, really? Like all of them? Like, come on. Oh, and this one's not even a convenient one. That's a pain. I was going to cut into the safety lane, cut into this lane. Look at that. That worked out perfectly. And then way station. What a pain. Wait. I have no clue how it's going to be. We'll just go like this. I think this is the way. I think this game also expects us to be confused on what the right way is. Because normally they'll have the way on like one side versus the other. But that one was pretty centralized. I think they knew that we'd be a little bit confused. But now I see that those do not enter signs are basically for not entering where that truck was parked. I only saw the first do not enter sign to begin with, and it just made me think, like, do I not go to the way station this way, or... now I see the errors in my ways. It happens, though. Oh, how fast can we get? Only 67. Damn. I was hoping we could have at least got 68 there. Or even better. It would have been nice if we would have got 69. But that didn't happen. We probably have about 5 or 6 more minutes before we finish this up, though. So, we're making good time. We're also making decent passive income in the background. I know when I started this mission, I think I only had like 2 or 6K or something left in the bank from after buying like 2 new trucks and hiring 2 new drivers. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. My phone just finished charging, and for a second there made me think that like maybe Mavericks had messaged me telling me he was here with my food. That was not the case. Because he always messages me, like if he's out and about, he'll always message me on Facebook Messenger, which always gives me a green, notification LED or whatever. But like when my phone's fully charged, also it gives me the green LED. I look down, it's like, oh shit, I probably need to run out there and grab those wings. And that's where I was thinking to myself, like, I was right. I was 100% right. Okay. We gotta do 52 miles and like 47 in-game minutes, or 47 in-game miles and 52 in-game minutes. So that means we should have a decent speed. Probably be at least 65, I'd imagine. Now this car could just go. Gamma. Gamma. Go now, car. At least go now. Man, that semi had slowed down. I was like, maybe this is going to be my chance just to slip out there. I was hoping he'd slow down enough for me to just, work my way in. That was not the case, though. I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself? See you're watching YouTube a little bit earlier, or not YouTube, Twitch. Jesus. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Been having a few drinks while I play some American Truck Sim today. So, you gonna be streaming later today, or you just watching today? Fair enough. I didn't know if you streamed like, most every day or just certain days, but that's pretty cool. I'll probably be ending here fairly soon after this delivery, so you kind of caught me towards the tail end of the stream, but at least you're here, so I have a little bit of company today. Normal people, that would watch. It seems like most of them are all at work today, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sweet. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I always stream at least on Tuesdays and Fridays, but sometimes I do throw in some extra streams. Sometimes you just get that feeling like, kind of want to play a game and I kind of want to stream it as well, so Not today. Yeah, today's been kind of a pretty bare day. I think it's mostly because I marked this one's mature since you know, doing some drinking. Not something I'd necessarily want a younger audience to see per se, since I'm playing a driving sim and getting a few drinks in. But figure older audience is probably mature enough to understand that you shouldn't do that. There we go. I'll see if maybe there's a really quick mission I can do after this. There's like a really short one. I'll just do that, kind of give you a feel for this. Let's see here. We'll just check the freight market, see if there's like a really short one from where we're at. Okay, nothing super short there. Let's check the external market. Cool. We'll just do this one, get you a little bit of experience with how American Truck Sim is. That's fair. I don't mark all of mine as like 18 just because don't always go over the top with how I am, or you know, try to rein in the swearing a little bit, but sometimes it seems necessary, you know, just sometimes. Feel like maybe they just need like a magical chart on like how many swear words can you have per hour before it becomes, you know, too adult or stuff like that. Big loads, you mean like running triples or something? Or actually, do you guys do more than triples? I know I've seen some stuff about Australia where you guys have some like pretty massive loads that cross the outback. I can't remember if it's like triples or if it's bigger than triples even. I know here in the States, the biggest you can really do is triples, at least when it comes to how many trailers you can have. And I know that for triples, like, you can only do them in certain states. Not all states will actually allow you to pull triple trailers. Where I'm at, it's definitely allowed, but I think states like California, Washington or Oregon, I feel like one of those, and Colorado definitely don't, at least according to this game, but I think this game's usually pretty accurate on those. I guess the thing with running those huge loads, though, is I know here in the States a lot of times they're ran through like residential areas or big old bridges and stuff like that. Oh, 113 semis? Like just a convoy of like 113 semis? Because I know this game actually does have a convoy function, which I haven't actually tried yet, but I think that lets you, you know, do multiplayer deliveries where you have multiple trucks and stuff, but yeah, I don't think that's necessarily all too common around here to have multiple semis doing like the same delivery. At least not in a single group or something. Oh, 113 trailers. God, that is intense. Oh man, that's like train levels of a load right there. Yeah, usually here in the States, when it comes to really big loads and stuff, like it's done by train here. Usually when it comes to, you know, single load freight or even up to triple load freight, you know, they'll do just, you know, semis and stuff. But yeah, here, just regular trains. It makes sense why they'd call them road trains, though, because I mean that's basically what they're serving as at that point. Oh, are the trains there huge? Like, I really enjoy trains. Trains are super cool, so it'd be awesome to see like some interesting ones if you guys have some larger ones. See, I've always found it funny. Like most of the places I've lived around, like usually I'll live near train tracks and train station, which is always nice. But yeah, I'll have to look it up after my stream then, see how big those are. Because now I'm curious as to how big the trains are and how big the loads they pull are there in Australia. It's like here I've seen some fairly long trains, but they're usually not anything too out of the ordinary. I mean, I think the most I've seen is ones that have required like two or actually I think I've seen one that required like 3 engines on front just to pull it. But that was like one time. I don't think I've ever seen any more than that, so take a look at that Jeep. I always love in this game when you get to an area that, you know, is blocked off, that you can't drive and stuff. Vehicles will just despawn when they go through it. That's why I wanted to point out that Jeep specifically. It's like, yeah, this Jeep's just going to disappear off the face of the earth, and it's going to be interesting. Do you know, like, there in Australia, are trains more popular for transportation, or I should say logistics? Or are trucks more popular for logistics there? Yeah, that's interesting. I know trucks are very popular again for, you know, cargo that only requires like 1 to 3 trailers, whereas trains are popular for like any larger amount of cargo. But I guess there, since um, the trucks can basically haul just as much as trains, it sounds like, kind of makes sense that they would be about as popular or more popular. Okay, I think this is the way to the port of entry. Some of these places have some of the hardest way stations to get to, or the most confusing way stations to get to. But I think the way station's going to be this way. I could be wrong, though. I just know it told me to pull into a way station, but I did not see a way station on the map, so if we miss it, we miss it, and we'll get fined. But it'll be worth paying the fine at that point. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, trains are definitely You know, you don't have control of like, oh, there's something in this town that there isn't train tracks to. Let's send a train to it. It's like you have to have train tracks there. So if it's super remote, yeah, you kind of have to send a truck there. That makes sense. Okay, we're just going to take this lane. We'll hope that the way station's this way. Oh, I think it is this way. This is... this is literally the worst way station here. I'd hit this one earlier and it's just, it's a pain. Just because it's kind of out of the way. But we'll merge into this lane for it. I don't know if you guys have like as many restrictions on like loads and stuff. I know here, like, you know, they're very... you can only have this certain amount of load that you can haul at a time, or you can only have a certain number of trailers. Like, they're very restrictive on how trucking is. Wow. Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, if trains like can only like service like 10% of the area, yeah, it makes sense that you'd want to have trucks since they can service basically anything that's a road. And you know, given that there are trucks out there that, yeah, will handle loads off-road as well, you know, they can even do that. But trains, like, you just don't have that ability with trains. See, when you say state, do you mean state as in like an actual state, as in, you know, Australia itself, or do you mean like kind of how we consider states, where most places would consider them like provinces or stuff like that? Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because that's where it gets like a little bit tricky, because I know here in the US it's like, well, we call our little provinces or whatever, you know, states, whereas like, you know, the rest of the world call them like provinces. I feel there's other terms for them that I can't remember. But yeah, I know like technically a state's like its own independent country that's self-autonomous, so just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that's pretty large though. 36 hours. I honestly have no clue how long it would take to drive from like the top of my state to the bottom of my state. I'm assuming it would probably take at least, I would say at least the better part of a day, because Idaho is actually a pretty big state, but I could be wrong on that. That's fair. That's fair. Again, I didn't know if you guys labeled them like we do, or, you know, if you were using the regular term for a state, because, you know, a lot of things are different around the world, so just wanted to make sure I was clear on that. Is that where you're located at then? Is Western Australia? Or are you located in one of the states that isn't the largest? Because if you're in Western Australia and that's, you know, 36 hours, that's impressive. But if you're in like a smaller state than that, and it's still 36 hours to drive across, it's even more impressive. Yeah, it's a factoid that always throws me off about the USA. Like, even though I live here, is one of my friends pointed this out to me once. that the US is actually like the third largest country in the world by population. And I was like, there's no way. Like, there has to be something else because think of how like large places like China and India are. Like, there has to be something larger in the U.S. in terms of population. Like, there's no way we could be the third. And I looked it up and I was like, oh, I guess we are the third most populous country in the world, which really just it threw me off. But I think it's just because we have a lot of land mass. I know we definitely don't have the population density that the largest countries in the world have. Yeah, I've heard of Perth at least. Perth. Yeah, I've heard of Perth, but I can't think of any details about it. That's pretty cool that you guys are, kind of like our little brother in a way. I mean, yeah, we're all British colonies to begin with, right? Yeah, that always throws me off. Like, especially like when you consider that the largest countries by population have like what 1.5 billion each or something. And I think the U.S. only has like maybe almost 400 million, but that's spread across like a fairly decent landmass. I think when it comes to countries, the only country that I can think of that has a steady population that beats us is like Russia, because they're huge. I know they cover like 5 or 6 time zones or something, so that's always crazy. I don't know how Antarctica compares, but yeah, that one definitely doesn't really have a steady population. And yeah, I can't really think of many other countries that are as big in terms of land mass as the US. But yeah, ours is all spread out. Like where I live in Idaho, I think Idaho has, I don't know, it's been a while since I checked, but maybe like 1.5 million people in total. And then I think, where I live in the state, like basically half the state lives down here because I'm in the Treasure Valley area, which encompasses our capital and like a whole bunch of other towns and a couple of other, cities per se. I think our capital only has like 500,000, 600,000, and I think if you just include the surrounding areas, which they tend to do, I think maybe the better part of a million. But I don't know. I'm in a pretty unpopulated state. I think we're probably in like the lowest 10 by population for per square mile. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. See, I don't have these factoids memorized. The one that I do have memorized is that Wyoming is the least populous state of the bunch. But yeah, I don't know where we compare. Anyway, though, that was American Truck Sim. I figured I'd do an extra delivery. Let me check something really quick here. Looks like I have a couple of people I know that are streaming, so I'm just going to raid into one of them. So hopefully enjoy that, and I guess I'll see you in their stream as well. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you.